Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are going to pull back the curtain on a core concept behind so much of the AI you use every single day. We're talking about supervised machine learning.
So, let's just start with a really simple question, something you've probably even thought about before. How in the world does your photo app or, any social media site correctly pick out a cat in a picture?
I mean, it really does seem like magic, right? But it's not. It's actually a process where a machine has been taught step by step to recognize patterns. And the answer to how is this really powerful idea called supervised learning.
Okay, so let's really dive into this. The easiest way to wrap your head around it is to imagine you're teaching a computer, but you're using digital flashcards, and these flashcards already have all the answers on the back.
The machine gets fed just tons and tons of examples, like picture after picture, labeled cat, dog, bird, you name it. And over time, it starts to learn the specific little features that make a cat, well, a cat. The ultimate goal here is for it to get so good that it can spot a cat in a photo it's never ever seen before.
All right, so how does this whole learning thing actually work under the hood? It really just breaks down into a few key stages.
Okay, it all starts with something called labeled data, and this is the absolute key ingredient. Think of these as our digital flashcards again, the ones with the answers already on them. You're literally giving the machine examples and telling it, hey, this is a square, this is a triangle, and so on.
And the whole process follows this really simple but powerful cycle. First, you feed the machine all that labeled data. Then, you use that data to train the model. And finally, you test it out with brand new, unlabeled data to see if it can make an accurate prediction on its own.
And this little diagram here, it illustrates the entire flow perfectly. You train the model on data that's already neatly sorted, just like these shapes. The whole point is so it can learn how to sort new things it's never seen before, and hopefully make the right call.
So now that we've got the basic process down, let's talk about what these models actually do. It pretty much always boils down to one of two main jobs, either sorting things into groups or predicting some kind of future value.
And these two jobs have names. They're called classification and regression. Classification is all about sorting into categories. Think, is this email spam or not spam? Is that a picture of a cat or is it a dog? Regression, on the other hand, is all about predicting a specific number, like how much will this house sell for, or what's the temperature going to be tomorrow?
And what's so great about this slide is how you can visually see the difference right here. Look at the left. Classification is basically drawing a line in the sand, creating a boundary to separate the groups. But on the right, with regression, it's finding a trend line, kind of like a line of best fit, to make a numerical prediction.
Okay, to make this a little more real, let's zoom in on one of the simplest, most intuitive classification algorithms out there. It's known as k-nearest neighbors, or just KNN for short.
You know, the whole idea behind KNN is actually incredibly simple. It can basically be summed up by that old saying, you are known by the company you keep. The algorithm classifies a new piece of data by looking at the company it keeps, or, to be a little more technical, its closest neighbors.
So, imagine this scene. A brand new, unknown data point, that little orange question mark there, shows up. It's the new kid on the block. And our job is to figure out where it belongs. Should it hang out with the blue dots in Category A or the green dots over in Category B?
So how does our algorithm, KNN, figure this out? Well, it actually does something remarkably straightforward. It just measures the distance, a straight line, from our new point to all the other points on the graph. It's basically looking around for its closest neighbors to see, hey, who am I surrounded by? And that K in K-nearest neighbors, that's just a number that we get to pick. It's asking the question, okay, how many neighbors should we actually look at? So for this example, let's just say we set K to 3.
And the results are in. We look at the 3 closest neighbors, and we see that 2 of them belong to Category A. So by a majority vote, our new point gets classified as belonging to Category A. It's that simple. It just joins the group it's most similar to.
Okay, so that was a great little deep dive into how sorting works. Let's zoom back out now to the big picture and talk about why any of this actually matters.
I mean, these two types of learning, classification and regression, they power a ton of features you and I use every single day. Classification? That's what's running your email spam filter. It's what's behind your phone's speech recognition. And regression? That's being used everywhere, from trying to predict stock market trends to forecasting real estate prices.
But like any tool, Even something as simple as KNN has its pros and cons. And you might be looking at this and thinking, wait a minute, it says it's effective with large data, but also slow with large data sets. What's up with that? Well, that's a great point. It just means that the algorithm can still find the right answer even in a huge data set, but its biggest drawback is that it can get really, really slow. Why? Because it has to calculate the distance to every single other point to make a decision. That's a lot of math.
And all of this brings us to a final, really important thought. Supervised learning is so powerful because it learns exactly from the data we give it, that raises a pretty fascinating question, doesn't it? If we're the ones teaching these machines with data that comes from our world, what kinds of biases and patterns, both the good and the bad, the ones we see and the ones we don't even notice, are they learning from us? Something to think about. Thanks for joining this explainer.